I go back and forth being someone who is almost like a hopeless romantic and very optimistic, and then someone who can be very cynical about love. And it doesn't really make sense to me. Maybe it's because I'm in my 30s and I've never been in love. The thing that millions of songs and stories and poems are written about, I have no idea. I can't relate, I can't connect. I don't have that baseline or that foundation of what it means to be in love, to love someone, to be loved back. And romantic love is what I'm talking about specifically. I understand what love between friends looks like and can feel like, and family members, and even the love that you can have for a pet. Those are all distinct in their own way, and so is romantic love. I don't know if it's weird that I'm in my 30s and I haven't been in love. I guess perhaps I feel a bit behind, or something that typically happens maybe in your university days or in your 20s. For most people, I haven't gotten to that point yet. And I remember specifically being in university doing my undergrad and hearing people talk about their first love, or their love in high school, or the love when they were 18, 19, 20. And I was like, what? Love at 18 or 19? When I was 18 or 19, I was working 2 jobs and studying full time and applying to every single scholarship possible. Love was just not on my radar. And even recently, I went to an event, a social event, and there are always icebreakers and those kinds of things. So at my table with my group, we had a few prompts to discuss, and one of them was about love, and specifically first love. I had nothing to contribute because I've never been in love, whether it's like a first love or any love. I have not loved romantically, and I have not been loved by someone or a partner in that way. So I felt a bit left out of the conversation, and it wasn't intentional. It was just, I had nothing to offer. I was able to listen and observe and make mental notes and hear other people's experiences, but I had nothing to give. And I thought it was so interesting that, wow, like a social event and an icebreaker topic, love would be one of them. Almost like this assumption that as an adult, you have already had that love experience. And it's not like a topic of what's your favorite candy or your dream vacation or your favorite hobby. It's like really deep love. So I thought, wow, this assumption that everyone is going to have something to say about this topic. When it was my turn to speak, I shared, yeah, I don't really have a lot to say because I've never been in love. And the table was like, what? You've never been in love, but you're so, insert whatever adjective here. And I said, yeah, I mean, I don't need anyone to feel sad or bad for me. I don't need someone's pity or sympathy. It's not like I'm necessarily grieving that I've never been in love. I'm just curious about love. And I know everyone has their own timing, their own pace, and the events in life unfold as they unfold. Can't really control that, especially love. I also think society can be very harsh and even cruel towards women who are single, who are not married, or they haven't found the one, or they've never experienced love. I don't know if I personally believe in the one or things like soulmates. Sometimes yes, and sometimes no. I don't have really a strong opinion on that. I just fluctuate. And maybe one day, if I do experience love, I'll be able to answer that question. Does the one exist? Do soulmates exist? But right now, I think because I'm such a blank slate, I don't know. And that would be a topic for a different day. I just wish women would feel safe enough to talk about love without being met with so many messages or advice. For example, oh, you'll find love when you least expect it, or don't go looking for love, it'll come to you. Or my personal favorite, you have to love yourself before someone else can love you. And I don't agree with that. I think that's a very simple view to look at things. It's quite black or white. And I don't believe that's true for me anyway. I don't think love or romantic love should be something that we're afraid of talking about or afraid of sharing. I don't think it's embarrassing if a woman says, I want partnership or I want companionship. I do love my life and I do feel rich and I do count my blessings and all those things. I also have questions about love. What does love feel like? I don't even have like a definition because I genuinely have no idea what it means to be in love. It's easy for me to say, oh, I know what love isn't, but I don't even know if I could define it. When I ask other people, what is love to you? What does it feel like to be loved? I always get such a range of answers, but the common aspects among them is, oh, it's something magical and it's really indescribable until you have experienced it yourself. You just will never know. And I guess my fear is I may have this life, this beautiful life, and also not experience love. Maybe I will age and get older and die without ever having fallen in love. And I wonder, am I going to ever have that experience? In order for me to have that experience, do I need to settle? Do I need to compromise? Do I need to change my expectations? Do I need to change my mindset or interpretation of love? So yeah, I'm just a human in my 30s, being a little bit vulnerable about love and this whole concept of love, something that humans have talked about and discussed for so many years. I don't have a lot of answers when it comes to love. I'm sure there are other women who have similar questions about themselves and about the concept of love. Will they find love? Will they experience love? Will they fall in love? When? Is there a right time? Can I allow myself to fall in love? Can I give myself permission to accept partnership? And can I understand and learn that partnership and companionship are okay, that they can be healthy and positive and caring? They don't have to be negative things that society makes them out to be. Let's have more open and honest conversations about love. Why should we feel isolated and made small just because we haven't fallen in love?